Yo, welcome to the stream. We now have the other one up. So you get well. Torvor said, I thought Wayside was a book. It was a book. I like the book and the show. Both are good. Said, I want some blocklet clip bookies. And he said, that's how Bloods talk. Oh, because they don't say C's. They replace them with B's because C's are related to Crips. Oh, gosh. Fucking, what a meme. Let's see. Torvor said, oh, I'm the dark side. Let's see. Right now I'm scrolling to get the live chat set up for the stream where we're actually going to show you like us customizing the robots and everything. Scenario, by the way, I just do those 2 laps like in the morning. How long we take. Kirby with the pineapples. Kirby's already ready on the other stream. Kirby said, you were the squiggly side. So for anyone who wants to like follow us in the creation process and work on them together with us, feel free to hit up the other stream because that's where you'll actually see the process and where to go, and we'll talk about like the different settings. One thing that I wanted to show you is I noticed they have this image where I think this is an idea of where they want to take the Kuratas. It's like bipedal and everything.
That looks like
I like how they just get like not your face now.
That looks like 3 Liberty Prime almost.
What's up with Prime being in the name? Thanks.
I don't know. It's just
also look at this servo motor glove thing where like you can bend your finger. Remember in the video we just finished watching the Japan versus USA Mech fight or whatever, and like
that's what it would
yeah, and like the fingers curled on the robot. Servo glove, he controlled it with his hands instead of doing the like wheel, the punch. I can just imagine him in the fucking thing and he turns. Oh gosh, that's so fucking great. If you guys haven't seen Megabots versus Kuratas, like that's definitely worth watching. Also, the red thing I just clicked on, it says buy your custom-made Kuratas now in the custom editor.
Wait. Could they be life size?
What they are, they're not toys.
Good. Then we gotta buy one.
It's a little over $500,000.
No, we can afford it.
Well, no, it's not a little over $500,000. It's a little over $1.5 million. Like,
come on.
It's way more.
There's no limits unless you set them.
True.
We can make it.
We can make it. Torvor said, yo, what's up? Yo, thank you all for watching both streams. I truly appreciate it. Scavenger said, greetings and salutations. Hitting us up with the catchphrase. The emoticons, which are code for squiggly. Torvor then said, Liberty Prime. Online primary objective, yes. The Libertarian of Anchorage, Alaska. Scavenger said, I'm building now. When Scavenger's already ahead of us, we just started loading images. We haven't even like gotten in
his
yet.
Robot versus our robot.
His robot versus our robot? We'll dick on you. I actually wrote a book. So this is our base with like no attachments. It's already 1,353,500 USD. Weapons or anything.
Tilt the screen.
Tilt the screen? Oh, okay. I got you, fam.
Okay. Yeah.
And we can click to drag to rotate it. Our weapons options are like kind of limited because certain things aren't available. Torvor said, yo, a daily shout out to the best waifu squiggly, keeping it real since 2008. Oh, Play CVR is watching, who I think is new. I don't think they're normally on the channel. They said, I smashed the like button till it turned blue, lol. I have a channel too, but can't do live streaming. I'm not good at coming up with things to say on the spot, but I think what I have is good. Yo, make sure to check out Play CVR. Like tuning in and smashing that like button. I appreciate that. So the weapon options that we have are the Iron Crow, the Lohas launcher, the Kuratas handgun, and the pile bunker. And you can equip multiple weapons, but some weapons, like, you can't have multiples of the same.
Yeah.
Like the pile bunker and the Kuratas handgun at the same time. the same arm. And the Lohas launcher, I think, is always good to have. It goes on the shoulder. It doesn't keep you from doing something else.
Then
You're like, let's go with the Lohas launcher.
Yeah.
So the Lohas launcher is an additional $100,000. Like, we already have like knocked the price
I
out.
could fabricate that for you and do it at a fraction of the cost.
It would be interesting if we bought a bare bone Kuratas and then we said, like, let's build our own weapons. We'd probably make better weapons.
You know what? I already know how to fabricate half the stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would
Let's
be.
do it.
We needed Kuratas. Kirby said, "Was that a self shout out for Play CVR?" Then Torwar said, # shameless self promotion. Then Kirby said, "What the hell is this, Pacific Rim?" The Lohas launcher is the least accurate weapon on the Kuratas. It's really ass, and you can't adjust it. It doesn't tilt. So it just shoots. It's not like the Kuratas doesn't have targeting technology, but it's just built to be the best. But it could be better.
But
it also is made to where it can fire like water bottles or whatever. But if you wanted to, you could put in like explosive, like flammable material in bottles, and then it fires it, and then on impact it blows up. But you're risking, like, when it launches, possibly having it go off, or you're in a fight and someone hits it and it just explodes up your shoulder and shit.
What if instead it's what type of bottles does it shoot?
Normally just normal plastic water bottles, like, but you have to put those in yourself regular size of that size.
Spring-loaded system, to where it's like thump, 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 and each spring-loaded system has like 3 shots in it. Might have 6 tubes, 6 times 3.
18.
Yeah, that's how many shots you actually get.
I fuck with that. Kirby asked, how can anyone sell this? Well, specifically, Japan sells this.
Well, Japan can sell anything, remember. They'll find a way.
Yeah, and we can buy it if we had the money. Well, it's not if we had the money. If we were, willing to spend the money now.
When we have the money. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It might not be now. Might not be tomorrow. It might be 50 years from now. But I guarantee you, one day.
We will get there. I argue again, and because I did take a lot of time to like think of different builds. The Iron Crow, I feel like, is like a mandatory weapon. There's one arm that you just can't equip weapons to, and that's because that arm can be the Iron Crow arm. So you can be like, oh, I want the pile bunker, which does look cool, and it's really shitty this wasn't in the robot fight for the melee. I don't understand. But if you were like, I actually want the Kuratas handgun, it replaces it. It like goes away. But the Iron Crow is the other arm, and that's the like really heavy duty fist thing that we saw. That's really like in this 3D model. Like when we saw that, like that was fucking huge. It might have been an edited form of the Iron Crow, because I don't remember it being that big in other videos. Like, they may have made one specifically because the Megabot robot is just so big. I mean, it did for the first one. It didn't help for Eagle Prime fucking bullshit. Let's see. Kirby said, how can the government allow someone to buy a weaponized machine? We're literally picking the weapons, David.
Weapons.
Select your weapon, David.
This is meant for adults and adults only.
I mean, you probably couldn't buy it as a kid unless you had over $1 million, to which then you could.
Well, there are some children out there that are profiteering babies.
There's a kid mech suit thing that you can buy that doesn't have weapons that actually is for children, but it doesn't do anything. Like, you can't buy weapon options. There isn't a choice.
See, this is what I think, like, someone should go out and make the Tachikomas, but instead of, like, have weapons on it, like, it'd be water guns or something.
Yeah, like how this thing shoots water bottles if you put water bottles in it.
Yeah. Or maybe it'd be like paintball guns instead.
That's what they had in the fight. Ineffective as fuck. Oh, I think I've missed a few things. Torvor said, "Oh shit, I gotta fix the face cam."
What?
Oh, there we go. Face cam fixed. That was really fast. That was one button IT. Now I need to get the live chat set up over here. Cool. Okay, so Torvor said, "Put fluoroantimonic acid in a bottle."
What's wrong with you?
Godzilla said, "What is this? We're designing a custom mech live, and we're talking about our choices and like why would we add this weapon versus this, and what we'd like to see come from mechs in the future. We're also talking about Megabots versus Kuratas, which happened last week.
I would love to see like a fist, 4 to 6 inches,
Ooh,
really, really fast,
yeah.
repeatedly. It would be like a jackhammer almost.
Now, I feel like you'd be interested in the pile bunker. Pile bunker, you can, as you can tell, has those retractable claw things."
But how fast is it?
In the fight, I wish there was like a demonstration of the pile bunkers so that we would like really know. But I couldn't imagine it being slow. You know what I mean? Scavenger said, "Badass setup. He has the Iron Crow, the pile bunker, the Lohas launcher, the radio unit." In my book, I talk about how I don't know why the radio unit is a thing. It doesn't seem like you need it for it to communicate.
Well, if it was like multiple, like 3-on-3 or like 5-on-5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could see that. Like one guy's systems are down and he can't like talk to the other guys. You have the radio unit guy, and he's like, "Oh, I got you."
Yeah. Then proof armor, navy blue genuine leather, and the cup holder. What's your color design? Big section that talks about all the colors and gives them like their own respective thing. Kirby said someone to defeat Godzilla with. Damn. Torvor said Pacific Rim style. He said, "Can you put a sword on it?" Closest thing to a sword they have is the pile bunker, which, by the way, I don't think we should have the pile bunker. We would beat the shit out of Scavenger's robot because he decided, "I don't want a shield." Yes, but they're not in the weapons section. It's the dumbest bullshit.
Wait. A shield. Where it is a shield, but then it has like a chainsaw wrapped around it.
Oh my goodness. They have like the riot shield kind of thing, but I would love your chainsaw shield thing. That would have been really helpful against Eagle Prime, fucking dumbass robot. Kirby said, "Give it Android 16's rocket arm." A rocket arm would be interesting. Oh, no problem, Scavenger. Scavenger forgot a comma earlier. So someone mentioned, does it have a sword? What's cool about the Iron Crow, it has like, the Kuratas has a baby bitch arm right over here. And the baby bitch arm, you actually can't control using the normal joystick. The normal joystick doesn't have replica fingers for you to bend.
Oh.
Yeah. But the Iron Crow actually is a workable arm. So you can move it and use the Iron Crow to pick up and move things. So we saw Eagle Prime, which has its own version of the Iron Crow, pick up like that big metal beam thing and spin it around. If you hand the Kurata a sword for its Iron Crow arm, it's a sword. But it would need to be proportional. Having it hold a tiny sword with that big hand, I don't think would work as well. But I could be wrong.
It might just then be a dagger or something.
Like, true, like, be a dagger. Because the stuff that it's fighting is not like just a normal person. Unless you are using it as normal people, which rest in peace, humanity. Torvor said, "Yo, I'm off to bed. Have fun, kiddies. I'll see y'all later." Whoop, have a great night, Torvor. It was great to have you. But getting back onto, Kirby said, "Anyone remember the 2011 movie, Real Steel?" Yeah, with Hugh Jackman. It has them controlling boxing robots.
That sounds really cool.
They had a sci-fi show that I thought was better than Real Steel. I haven't seen Real Steel. Too much shit about the film. but the sci-fi show was like Real Steel in real life, but it wasn't called that. I need to figure out what it was, but it legitimately was. There are teams and they build robots, and their robots fight each other, but no one's in them. It's not a mech suit thing, and it's not the little like toaster robots that like fight on the ground. They were like humanoid, up, and they all have like creative names and designs and shit. Real quick, I know that we're gonna get back to the mechs. I assure you, the name of this fucking show is.
Wait. While you're doing that, I forgot what I was gonna say. That's horrible. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Oh, I think it's called Spot Combat League. Yeah, okay. So this shit was my jam. I would rewatch this if they were like all episodes full episodes. I might rewatch this future. But man, show me pictures. Where the fuck is? No, don't cuck me.
Oh, this
Are we
is
about to get cucked?
Kuratas.
Kuratas?
Street legal.
You can drive them. At least in Japan, we've seen them be driven around.
Well, just get a license plate.
Oh, you're
Headlights, tail lights, some of the more suspicious-looking equipment. And it's just a very slow car.
Very slow car. I think that's where they'll get you. They'll get you from like, because in Japan it was already bumper to bumper traffic, so like you could go slow because no one could go fast.
Well, that's great. Like rush hour.
Kirby said Chris Jericho. What? All caps. So this was a show on Sci-Fi. Like if you did not see it, it was Sci-Fi Robot Combat League, and based on that website, it looked like they had full episodes. If they do still have full episodes, I highly recommend it. Like, what you're seeing here is not an over-exaggeration of what the show was. This is what the show was. And they would fight each other. And every week, you would see, like, a different robot fight matchup. And there are teams who would, like, manage these robots and repair them. And then near the end, you know, only one robot really has like persevered to get forward. That nigga has an axe for a face. Like there was very, very interesting show. I'd love to see this come back, and I'm surprised it didn't come back. Surprised, I guess, is a strong word, because I imagine this was expensive as fuck to do. I mean, when you have a robot with an axe for a head, not everybody survives.
They can do it again. Come on.
Plus, they had cool names like Steampunk and Crash. And Crash has a roll cage around his body, even though he doesn't roll on the ground. I don't.
Crash kind of reminds me of the Big Daddies.
Oh, from BioShock.
Yeah.
It has that feel. But they have joysticks, though. Oh, wait, but they don't only have joysticks. They had these like bodysuits you wear. So Kirby, remember how you were like, in Real Steel, they mimic the boxer's movements. You have one person who's doing like the technical joystick stuff. I don't know what the joysticks actually do. I think they control the feet. You have one person who controls the feet, and then the harness person wears the stuff on their arms to control the boxing arms. And that's how they like did it.
We need to do this again, but we need to do it better.
Yeah,
and like
this is very impromptu.
Ankle bracelet type stuff, and then like wrist bracelet type stuff, and then maybe like a HVI or whatever.
Oh, VR kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would just be like great.
It would. I dig it. Kirby said, "Where's Fulgore?" Nice Killer Instinct reference. Trust that did not go to waste on this audio. So I would actually recommend that we not equip the pile bunker or the Kuratas handgun. Our long range option, launcher. It's shitty. It's not the most accurate, but if you put the right ammunition in, it definitely can do something cool. Plus, imagine if what you shot out of the LOHAS launcher was something that was homing anyways. So the LOHAS launcher itself accurate, but your ammunition is. You know, like there could be like a way around it.
Or what if it was both?
Like the LOHAS launcher was better and accurate, and the ammunition was accurate.
Or what if the LOHAS launcher, you can't get everything right. Let's just say it's not accurate.
Let's say it's not accurate. Okay.
Ammunition is pretty accurate, but then you have that gelatin substance I was talking about.
Oh, I need to show you what you made me think about before.
Imagine like a gelatin substance where like it's hard, hits contact, it jellifies, and then it chemically reacts and starts to harden and bake on to where it's almost like cement. That would just like destroy any type of movement for the opponent.
So you like heavily remind me of The Incredibles. Yeah. When the internet dies. Where your boy gets shot, keeps expanding, and they just keep shooting more at him, and then it just like solidifies.
Yes, exactly like that.
The Incredibles in the making here. Scavenger said the wish list setup: pile bunker, radio unit, shotproof armor, navy blue genuine leather. Oh, are you saying your color choice is navy blue, but then your seat material is genuine leather? I got you. Cup holder, iPhone 3GS. Shit you not, that's something that you can actually get as an included thing. And third eye, which allows you to remotely control your Kuratas. It's like a camera. I think if you're going to run the third eye, you should have the radio unit. I think that's more what it's for.
Yeah.
And then Kirby said, I'll just make the peel-off machine. Ballin'. By the way, we have a Discord. If you're not on the Discord, I highly recommend that you hit it up. We're not currently on the Discord. Sorry, Discord, for the meme. But take a screenshot of like whatever you build and post it on the Discord, and I might do a video. I will do a video that'll just show you guys' designs as like a quick animation. If we only get like 2 pictures though, that'll be like a hella short video.
Wait, would you Mickey Mouse make it?
Would I Mickey Mouse make? No, stop.
I'm sorry.
Fucking. That's a solid meme. I'm glad that meme's still alive. Okay with this, or do you want to like put your own spin on it and be like, fuck it, give it the gun, or fuck it, give it the pile bunker?
Right now, I think it's good as it is.
Okay. So now we're on to the parts section. Facts. And now when you get into parts, now we have like the riot shield, the radio unit. I do think the shot armor is another thing where it's like, that is not a bad idea. Shot-proof armor doesn't make it where you can't do other things. So it doesn't limit you in any way. They give you an idea of what it would look like with the armor and the shield. Now you're like hella defensed up. By the way, fights American robot that has guns doesn't use shot-proof armor. Why? Remember when he got shot in the fight? I'll have to move my mouse because they can't see my fucking finger. They shot him like in the waist where he has like electronics exposed.
Yeah.
But this would have been like, it would have made it harder for them to shoot it. You still have that area. Without it, it's just open. And it's not like America wouldn't use guns. Now, I don't think the radio unit or the pilotless head interfere with anything, but I could be totally wrong. Radio unit can fit, pilotless head can fit just fine. I normally avoid radio unit unless I'm doing pilotless head. Do you want to make it a thing where we would remotely control the Kuratas, or would you prefer a design where it would be like we would be in the cockpit and we would be fighting?
What do you feel more comfortable with? Because
either way, I'd love to fucking like action figure it. But there's also another way to control the Kuratas that I haven't told you about that actually is straight up an action figure. They have like a figurine that you use when you're not piloting it. The figurine's movement straight up. Wow. So you actually could just play with an action figure, but it's controlling a mech.
Then we're doing that.
You prefer that one? That one is less complicated because this still involves you driving more or less. Where with the action figure, it's like you're just fucking around, but it's a mech. Imagine if that's how we fought America, and my boy walks in and puts the figure down and goes, "It's child's play."
No, I can't do. Just on. Would you like to buy?
Imagine if like the Christmas hit toy was like mech action figures, and then Christmas Day hits, and they actually all control real mechs, and they're just spread throughout the city, and like children are just destroying everything, and the army's fighting the mechs, and they're opening it, and it's like there are no pilots. Who's controlling it? And it's like the general's like 10-year-old son is like.
Wait. It's like that, but then it's like the Toy Story, almost. They have all like the itty bitty toy soldiers everywhere, and they're like, it's like they hit one of the toy soldiers. Like there goes the guy to like the left, but the kid's too occupied.
Mm-hmm. It's that he's actually killing everyone around.
That'd be effing horrible.
I could see that movie.
But then like he stands a soldier back over. He's like, he magically recovers.
I mean, we know the plot for Toy Story 4, but we don't know the plot for Toy Story 5. Is Toy Story 5 confirmed? Did we write it?
I don't know.
Pixar, hit us up. Genius.
It's for you.
It's like Toy Soldiers. That film.
I do.
Yeah. And David remembers.
Do you guys remember? That's the question.
You know, Toy Soldiers is so close to like now almost because of like the EPUs, like the emotional processing unit thing. Like we're almost action figures that are actually like can move around and walk and shit that are like on that level for us to really be there.
Like with the EPU stuff, I think a lot of it is the hardware design. Get that down.
And now we just put the chip in the bitch, and then we just have it. I agree. Like we are so close.
Get it small, and then you're there, and that's just
Remember when I was telling you that the Spiro can be used with the EPU, and the Spiro is like a really simple commercial thing? Have cheap. I think they're cheaper. I hope they're cheaper. They have a Spiro Mini, and if it's cheaper, I feel like it would be. It's a higher incentive for me to be like, well, maybe we could do the EPU thing because like the extra thing doesn't cost as much money.
Well, like look up the UDO 86.
UDO 86.
Yes, later maybe.
Oh, later. Oh, okay.
If you want to.
You can if you want to.
You can if you want to. You can dance if you. But.
Oh, they have some homage colors, by the way. Also, keep going.
The UDO 86 really, really powerful microcontroller that could be coupled with an emotional
processing unit.
Yeah. And I could just see putting those two like in a teddy bear and then putting animatronics in it. But it'd be like the Five Nights from Freddy's teddy bear.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Kirby's definitely going to be like Freddy Fazbear. Other palette that's straight up just the Gundam palette.
Gundam!
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, and if you ever wanted to see your mech, like without all the extra shit around it, but still with extra shit around it, then this is like how you do it. So this is what we have so far. Kirby said, stuff in suit. But what do you think of what we have so far? And what color would you like? I just wanted to show this off for like the nerd appeal. Like, I have got colors.
I think those are fine.
Oh, okay. When you accidentally scroll up. You have the cockpit stuff. which is
All
all.
of it. I don't even know what it is.
That should be like totally fine to pick all of it. It'll be expensive as fuck, but it'll be fine. So, do you want to go really, really fancy, like most expensive seat? Because the most expensive seat is the 100% cotton seat. No, it isn't. That's only $3,000. Genuine leather. That's why Homeboy went genuine leather. $12,000. The artificial leather seat comes free if you go for artificial leather.
Artificial leathers.
Okay, already
Alright.
equipped. And then there's a drink holder. Mech suit, by the way, is $100. You can also get an iPhone 3G for $600. I like how the iPhone 3G price will never be lower for a Mech suit. It will always be $600 for the 3G, and they have yet to sell a Mech where it's like it comes with the latest. It's just, hey, we got
3G.
iPhone 3Gs out the ass.
Yeah.
You want a 3G?
We got a whole shipping freight full of them.
How are we gonna
But
sell
we
all
have
these?
to make sure that they sell for $600 exactly. No more, no less, or else we void a contract agreement.
Oh gosh, do you think they really have something set up with Apple?
I have no idea.
That'd be interesting. I'll only buy the new iPhone if it comes with my Mac.
I have to pay $500,000 just to get my new iPhone.
Oh, so you can name the Mac. I'll leave that like entirely up to you. But it has a limit of 20 characters for the name, which is an odd setup.
That guy.
That guy. Gotta do some leet speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, a new iPhone is coming out soon, man. You never know what I could do.
I don't. You know.
You're right.
Yeah. You might win this match and just scrap all the parts and build $1 million. I don't know what.
It would be interesting if, like, to the winner goes the spoils. Like, if I wrecked your suit, I get to take all the parts that fall off. Yeah.
Okay, that would be good. Like, it would be like I wrecked your suit, now I get to have it. That'd be like heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be like well, that should be the very last match.
Like, all or nothing.
Yeah.
That'd be pissed if it was all or nothing for the Megabots versus Kuratas.
But then the person that loses, they get to come back. But with funding. But the winner, they have to like
go off of what they got from that fight,
Yeah.
like use those scraps
yes.
to try and either make the robot better or try to make a. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever hit someone enough to make a new robot out of their shit, but you never know.
But like no, I mean like they can disassemble the other guy's robot, but like any damages they have to their robot that they can't fix with the other guy's robot, they have to keep. They can't fix.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're like constantly getting battle worn, unless you can be like, a few fights ago, I lost this panel, and you like rip the panel off their new robot.
Yeah.
That adds like an extra bit of strategy to it.
But like those who lose, they have to rebuild a whole new robot, or let's say they lost before the final match. They could repair their old robot because it's not up to the task, basically.
Yeah, like it's not quid pro quo anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like word inappropriately as fuck. Let's see. I think there are a few different things that I'd really like to do with like David on the streams. We could talk about Dragon Ball Super stuff once you catch up. We could talk about more robotic stuff. I've yet to do anything involving the EPUs on the channel. Like, talk about them in any way. I haven't had anyone to talk to about emotional processing units. I feel like that could be a whole video in its own right.
The very first thing we have to do is we have to put one in the toilet.
Oh my gosh. It is really interesting, like, to think about. You have a personality and your own intelligence and your own feelings. And I shit in your mouth, like you know,
like it'd have to be one of those. Like, have you seen Japan's toilets where they're like
like the super fancy?
Yeah, had to be one of those where it's like, yes, your blood pressure today is da 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 da. How does that make you feel?
I'm curious. Also, Kirby said you broke David. Like, what? Yeah. And you were like frozen. Fuck, I lost my whole train of thought. I'll find it. I'll catch the train.
Japanese toilets.
Gotta get a ticket. Japanese toilets.
Putting
processing unit in something. Shitting in mouths. Continue off whatever the last thing you said was. Maybe like that was what launched the thought. When fuck, we can't lose all the thoughts.
Here we go.
Oh, okay, the Snapple.
The voice has to have. It has to be British. And it has to be like, I took your blood pressure while you were sitting on my warm, comfy cushion.
When you were sitting on my face, I made sure to take your blood
pressure. You're like, how does that make you feel?
Kirby said, bitch, you thought, which is a meme on the channel. It's normally spelled THOT, but this definitely is a full thought. Oh man, it was hella relevant. It wasn't how Emo Sheep is trying to get into video games, but that is another thing we could talk about, because it seems like they're trying to use EPUs on virtual entities. So you have like a 3D avatar, but it has its own personality and intelligence. Yeah. I feel like we're getting on some Tron level shit here. It's getting too Tron in the best way. I actually approve. I'm fine. But
I think that would be really cool to take that, make a video game with that set intention in mind, but make it absurd and make it over like 1 million conjunction. Get some of like the brand new graphics processors and GPUs and redundancies involved and securities involved. And then just test the crap out of that. Make it go online. Make it an MMO or something. And then you wouldn't know actually who's real and who's not real. And then
everyone has like an actual intelligence and emotions. Tron, that movie was awesome. I want to watch Uprising. I've seen like the first few episodes. They did like an animated series thing with Legacy. I want to get into it. I've actually been working on, Kirby said, I fight for the users. I've been making artificial life programs and stuff like in my spare time. With my writing, I've fallen off a little bit. The last one I was working on was a little bit more complex than the others, but I can jump back on that at any time. I commented the shit out of that because I'm hoping to show it to like other people and then be able to understand it, even though it's a more complex life thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, people need to get into that because...
Scavenger said, can you post the Discord? Yeah, no problem. I'm still listening, by the way, David. I'm with you.
Really capable?
Capable? It has a lot of potential.
Yes.
There we go.
It just... like from a sociology and psychology standpoint, from technology in general, from like sending things to Mars and like having them build infrastructure before we can even get there, like light framework, to basic general robotics to help people. Like, let's say you have this would be weird actually. Like, oh, hi, robotic arm, but no, that's not where I'm going.
That's like the dude from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. His arm.
What?
Yeah, but it's different because his wife was turned into his robot arm, rather than his robot arm always have being a robot arm and being his wife. So that's a different scenario.
Basic health robotics would be interesting. However, I'd do a heck load of testing. You're saying how you're working on with emotion, human business. A lot of people are needing to do that more. study the neurons and other forms of learning.
I agree. I feel like artificial life is something that you can get into knowing only so much about programming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And because it's so accessible, I feel like if they made it a project that you did at the beginning of college, and then at the end of college, it's like, how far did you get? Like, what are your life forms capable of now? It would be a really big step. Something that you can show your employers that just not only shows that, like, fuck, it fell out. It not only shows that you understand, like, programming concepts, but when you present that to someone, they're like, man, you must understand a lot about, like, how life forms work in the first place to be able to make one.
That's like working with the project I'm going to be working with. We're actually going to be trying to do that. A ton of factors that go into play with that, and come writing a little bit of that myself, just with some like super basic stuff. It is really, really easy to just, you'll be like, okay, let's write it like this, and then it only does it like that. And
Yeah.
like, no, that's not right. And then trying to like get them to learn to be all like, okay, I'm going to start doing like this, and then like, no, that's not right. Don't look at the pixels, look at the shape. But then they only start looking at the shape, and it's like there's more than just that one shape. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Mention like, you know, like psychology and other stuff, and like, is this a stop sign, or is this just you know,
like something that has similar characteristics to a stop sign? Yeah.
And like I said, that's not even emotions, and then emotions come into involved, and then that clutters even the intelligent bit of it, and that's just like,
it's so much more just going on. The scavenger said, I put my robot named Ravager on Discord. Ballin'.
nice.
Oh, I would like to. I feel conflicted right now. What's the reason why I feel conflicted is I feel like we should stream, but then right after we end it, start like a tech talk stream. I feel like there's so much happening at the end of the Mech stream that no one will ever get to these really interesting points that we're talking to. So if we do a whole thing where it's like EPUs and all the other stuff, and we could run it till like midnight.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, solid. So everyone stay tuned. We're about to like cut the stream and then cut the stream right back on, and it'll just be the same thing you're currently watching, but just fresh. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that bell so you be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, and David. There we go. Kirby said midnight is in 18 minutes. We filmed for less than an hour, but we had a 2-hour watch time and got a new subscriber. Hey, that's pretty good.
Like, subscribe, stay healthy, stay active. Peace. That's not mine. That's somebody else. Mine is stay healthy, stay healthy, be safe, love pure.
Love pure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, people need to start doing it. Start caring for each other.
Yeah, I agree with that. Kuratas and
I don't tell everyone that because
what else are we gonna talk about?
Stuff.
Oh, we started getting on artificial life.
Sorry, I just went like we can no.
There we go. Ooh, and now I gotta get the live chat set up for this one. Well, I can until it goes live. Yeah! Yo, hit us up with that intro.
Hi, I'm David, and this is Jet, and Bud, because he's an awesome guy.
Oh, thank you kindly. And Dave is an awesome guy as well.
Yeah.
And today we're doing Tech Talk.
Yes.
We're going to talk about emotional processing units, the Kuratas, and I guess also megabots, the Mech stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about artificial life forms. Yo, Kirby, and welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Scavenger with his catchphrase, greetings and salutations, again. And then Kirby with pineapples, which is his catchphrase.
That's a great catchphrase.
I like the tang to it, you know what I mean? We never ended the Mech stream. Got him. Go team. So thank you all for watching the Build Your Own Mech stream that has the screen capture.
Hi.
And have a wonderful day. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Joe Black, the one and only, logging out on that